have two candidates running for two seats. Unfortunately, Mrs. Gagliotti can't be with us tonight. She had a family emergency, so it will be Meet the Candidate night tonight. And Stacy MacTurk can come up and take her seat. And while she's doing that, I'll make a couple of announcements. We will be working with Mrs. Gagliotti to give her an opportunity to answer the questions as well, if time permits with her. And we have index cards. If anyone is interested in writing a question, please let Mrs. Cutting know, and she'll gladly give you one, and we'll collect those and ask them at the end of the presentation by Mrs. MacTurk. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Karen McNerney, Mrs. Karen Nearney, our communications specialist.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's Meet the Candidates portion of our evening. I'm just going to run over a few of the ground rules. We do typically have time limitations on answers, so I'll run over those. We'll use the same limitations for Mrs. Gagliotti if we're able to arrange something for her to answer the questions as well. Mrs. MacTurk will have 3 minutes to give an opening statement. Following that, I'll ask some prepared questions. She'll have 2 minutes to answer those questions. Mr. Roberti will be our timekeeper. He'll give her a 1-minute warning and a 30-second warning. And then after that, if anybody in the audience has questions, please submit them and I will work those in as well. We will allow Mrs. MacTurk 1 minute for a final statement, and then we will move along with our evening. I would just want to caution you, and I will do the same. The microphones can be a little sensitive to sound, so if you can avoid rustling papers too much, that's helpful. And so we'll get started. So once you're ready, you can signal to Mrs. MacTurk.
Good evening, members of the community, students, superintendent, administrators, teachers, students, and members of the school board. I am Stacy MacTurk, and I am running for a seat on the Mohonasen School Board because I can offer a voice to the parents of the community. I am the proud mother of 3 wonderful young girls, and I will have at least 1 child in this school district until the year 2030. Starting this fall, I'm going to have a child in 3 out of the 4 Mohonasen schools. I'm in and out of these schools every week, picking up at dismissal, attending morning programs, committee meetings, after-school activities, dropping in for lunch, and chaperoning dances and field trips. I'm a classroom liaison for my daughter's 2nd grade class, and I communicate with my teachers very often. I truly have a vested interest in this school district for many years to come. A big part of being a board member is policy making. I can assure you that I will approach policy decisions with an open mind, and I will always have the students' best interest at heart. Board members are also expected to have a vision of where they see the district going. In the future, I see Mohonasen being a leader in hands-on STEM curriculum. The Center for Advanced Technology is without a doubt a jewel in our crown, not only for our students, but our entire community. I think it would be incredible if we could increase the number of females taking STEM courses. According to the U.S. Department of Commerce, women currently hold less than 25% of STEM jobs. What if more women fell in love with STEM earlier in their education? Well, they can do that here at Mohan. As a board member, I would really like to see the relationship the board has with parents strengthen and grow. I would encourage parents to talk to me about how things are going, what their experiences are, their praises, the kudos they have to give, and their ideas. If you see me at a school event, please come over and chat about Mohonasen. Find me on Facebook, or once the calendar comes out with board member information, contact me that way. After all, as board members, we represent the community as a whole, and we should be available to the public. I have previously served a 3-year term on the Mohonasen School Board. I am fully prepared for the commitment I am making. I am not going into this with a political agenda or a big ego. When it comes down to it, I am a mom who is going to fight for her kids, all 2,950 of them. Well, it may be over 3,000 given the size of next year's kindergarten class. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. MacTurk, members of the Board of Education are required to devote many hours, help shape education policy, as you mentioned, and show leadership that will help the district move forward. What qualities do you possess that make you suited for this position?
As I mentioned, I have been on the board before, so I was on the policy committee actually when I was on the board, so I'm aware of what goes into it and the different policies that we already have. I think I could say I have some experience now. I think that qualifies me.
Okay, thank you. In recent years, approximately 30% of the district's roughly 5,300 registered voters have cast a ballot in the school budget vote. This number is a small fraction of those who potentially could vote in the district but choose not to register. What would you do as a board member to inspire residents to be active participants in the educational process? And how would you work to enhance community and school board relations?
That's a great question. As a board member, I think I would reach out to the parents of the younger children. That's the population that I spend the most time with. I think they don't realize how much the budget affects the after-school activities and the athletics and the things that are going to be important to their children as they get older and as they're in the higher grades in school. I think I would try to talk to them and make them understand more about the importance of the budget and that going out to vote is going to affect their kids not only when they're older and they're into those sports and activities, but now when they need their art teachers and their music programs.
Thank you. As you may have heard in the video and may be aware already, this year the district adopted a theme of constructing a culture of acceptance and adaptability as part of its effort to teach character in schools. The slogan, "It starts with us," has frequently been used to highlight positive news and happenings in the district. What do you believe is the role of a board member in this effort?
I think board members need to really share the good news. They said there's a lot of events going on, a lot of praise for, can you repeat the name of the program?
Constructing a culture of acceptance and adaptability.
Acceptance and adaptability. Not only can they lead by example with that, but they can go out and share that with community, show up at all the events and talk about it in their public forums and on their public media, social media.
Thank you. When you consider Mohonasen from your perspective as a taxpayer and/or parent, what are two strengths the district has, and what are two areas in which you would like to see the district improve?
The two strengths I think Mohonasen offers, as I mentioned in my statement, I definitely think the Center for Advanced Technology offers a lot to the community. And I also think the teachers here at Mohonasen are excellent and they provide fantastic educations to the students here. Mohonasen needs to get a handle on, and I think they're working on it, the changing population that we have coming into our school district and meeting the needs of the students as that changes.
Thank you. Did we have any other questions from the? No? Okay. All right. I have one more question for you then. We frequently hear that many of the jobs our children and grandchildren will hold do not currently exist. And you have spoken about the Center for Advanced Technology, which was really a proactive step that the district took in preparing students to enter a constantly changing global marketplace. If you could expand education in our district in one area, what would it be?
If I could choose one area, I would definitely want to encourage females to take more STEM classes, and I think that's the one I would choose to really expand the STEM programs and kind of push that agenda.
Okay, thank you. As I mentioned, we will try to set up a time with Mrs. Gagliotti to answer these questions as well. Just to remind you, our budget vote is Tuesday, May 16th. Polls are open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. In the high school gym. And thank you all for being here this evening, and please be sure to vote.